Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're listening to a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Warwick, as I get ganked here by Twitch and by Vigar, and even though Vigar ults me, I have just enough health to be able to get out of that, so I'm able to get out of this battle with 100 health left, after just taking the second dragon. Anyway, we've had a bit of a rough start. Our top and bottom lanes have been wrecked pretty badly, but we are holding on still in the mid. One thing that I buy here is I purchased Berserker's Greaves with Warwick. As far as that purchase goes, I think that it was the wrong purchase, but not because I needed Merc Treads. I think I would have been better off getting Sorcerer's Shoes. The other team didn't have much crowd control. They pretty much just had Vigar's stun, but I think that the magic penetration would have been better. And here we get a nice ult in from our Malphite player, and so that enables us to get a kill on Misfortune. So I am going to prioritize going for Twitch, so I'm going to jump on him and use my ultimate, and we're going to try to get Twitch down, but someone actually uses Summoner Heal, which is going to protect him. Then Seirun is going to get killed, and now Vigar is all over our team, and Vigar is going to clean up with a couple of kills. So he's able to kill me, and we already lost Seirun and Kajtas, who is our extra player who's not chatting with us. Now Speaker's able to pounce on Garen and get a nice kill there, and unfortunately I'm not around to go after him. Anyway, the real problem there was the other team just got off a very nice Summoner Heal that enabled one of their players, their Twitch player, to get away, and I just didn't have quite enough survivability to live through that. I think that if I had bought Sorcerer's Shoes instead of buying the Berserker's Greaves, and if I had bought a pickaxe, which adds extra damage, instead of buying that recurve bow, which adds attack speed, I think I would have been able to get the kill on Twitch there. So I think that that was partly a result of poor item choice on my part. So there you can see the statistics. We're generally not doing well. We've been outkilled pretty heavily by the other team. We've also suffered some in farming too. Another issue is simply our levels. Now, notice that if you look there on the left side of the screen, Seirun and Kajtas, our Malphite player, are both only level 7, and that's despite our team getting both early dragons. So to get out leveled like that, the other team is already mostly level 9 and 10. To get out leveled like that with 2 dragons is just not a good sign. Indicates that that they've just been missing out on too much experience throughout this game, and that's starting to put them behind, which is a reason again why they weren't terribly effective in that last team fight, and both ended up getting killed pretty quickly. So here comes Vigar, but you can see he has Misfortune behind him, which means this is really not a battle that we particularly want to engage in. I'm going to jump on Vigar, and because Speaker said he's going to jump into the battle. Seirun gets off a nice little stun there, so that enables us to get the kill on Vigar. And then now we need to be going after Misfortune. We don't want to waste our time on Garen, because he has the Guardian Angel. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for, because we know he'll come back to life if we kill him. So anyway, but with Misfortune retreating, now that we can't get Misfortune, we want to get Garen. So anyway, we are able to clean up 2 kills there. We were able to fight 5 on 2 or 5 on 3 for that whole fight. Unfortunately, Malphite is backdooring us over there on the left-hand side, but he's not going to make that much progress because he just doesn't have that many minions on his side. Also, he's too low leveled. You know, he's only level 12. He's not going to do that much damage, so he's going to have to back off. We just need to send someone over there. So Sunrise and I are going to head over to this side of the map and push that back without any real troubles. Now, down at the bottom of the map, Misfortune and Twitch. Twitch is de-stealth. They're going after Speaker, but I think Speaker's going to be able to get out of that. If I remember this correctly. Alright, anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about that tower over there. It looks like we were able to push that back. I thought that Sunrise was going to head there, and I think he's going to head there now.
That was a hell of a juke.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go and use my other ward and just place it near Baron, now that Baron's up. Again, I don't expect the other team to Baron, but you always want to have sight over there if possible. And now, with that extra sight up there, I'm pretty well protected. Someone could come around, could come into the jungle on the right-hand side there, on that other entrance to the jungle, but I'm reasonably safe with the sight ward there, and I'm certainly going to take that buff. Anyway, now I'm going to recall, because I have enough now to pick up that pickaxe, which is the next ingredient in Madrid's Blood Razor. You can see 975, I was targeting that, so now that I have it, I'm going to go back to base. I'm going to buy towards that and then head off to see what I can do here. So anyway, that last particular fight helped get us back into the battle a little bit more. We're still definitely behind, but our dragons are keeping us in it. Being down 3 towers though does hurt because the other team does get 100 gold for every tower that they take out, so that helps them. And then there, I wanted to go do the wraiths, but it looks like someone on their team already cleaned them up. Over here, you can see that there's Twitch, Malphite, and someone else, Vigar, on their team, and Kajtas goes down again, and not to be too critical, but we had a sight ward there. You can see I have a ward in the jungle there, so we had sight on that entrance into our jungle, so that should not have been resulted in a death. We had plenty of sight to see that those enemy champions were coming, so you shouldn't be getting picked off when you can see the enemy champs coming into your jungle. I know that Vigar has a stun, but still, you should be able to avoid that. Anyway, so now they've picked off one member of our team, and so we have to play a little bit more cautiously for the next few minutes. And again, the fact that we've lost our first 3 towers definitely does hurt. Anyway, I'm just going to grab the mini golems down here instead of trying to rush out and fight somewhere else on the map. And now you can see the dragons back up, so that's going to be my next target, and that's why I'm not going to use smite here. I'm going to head off to the dragon because I knew that it would be up. Well, I mean, it just came up on the map. One problem is not having a ward here, which is unfortunate. I would like to do this with a ward, but don't have one. I also probably should pull the dragon back out into the river, so it would be easier to get away if I need to. And look, there comes Vigar. So now we're going to go after him. I should ult him right now, but I take a little too long to ult him, and that gives the rest of the enemy team enough time to get into the fight. So here comes Garen. Vigar does a nice flash to get out of the way. I'm going to pursue him, but Vigar ults me, and he finishes me off and kills me. So now it's turned into a general team fight, and Sunrise has gotten caught out of position, so he's just being attacked by the enemy team without doing any damage on his own, and as our range carry, that's bad. So Speaker's doing some pretty good damage. We do get a Malphite ult there, but Speaker gets taken out. We're going to finish off Misfortune, which is good, but unfortunately that's the only kill we're going to get, and now we've lost 3 members of our team, so that turned into a pretty bad fight. And worst of all, the enemy team Twitch wasn't even there, so we fought with 5 against 4, a very good fight to do, and we still lost. So that's a pretty bad sign. When you have a 5 versus 4 advantage and you don't win the team fight, that indicates that something's gone very seriously wrong. I would say that the biggest fault there is just we couldn't get into the right position. We were not able to set up a situation where Sunrise could start attacking. They were able to chase him around and prevent him from being able to attack with Tristana, and as one of our main sources of damage, that was a problem. I also should have ulted Vigar immediately. If I had ulted him on the river right next to our teammates instead of allowing him to get into the jungle, that we could have killed him immediately, and then that might have swung the fight in our favor. So misplay on my part, unfortunately. So we end up with 3 champion deaths to 1, and they will definitely take that dragon if they haven't already. So that will put us a little bit further behind, unfortunately. Then there I just push back a minion wave. By the way, you can see how easy it is to farm when you have a Razor like this and you're getting those 500 damage hits. Unfortunately, I should have known how much it costs to buy the Blood Razor. You could see I was just like 40 gold short, so that's a mistake. And there's the enemy team. Vigar is farming up our Wraiths, which is a nice move on his part to deny them to our team. Something that maybe we should have been able to do something better with. Anyway, we were hoping he would try to slip through the brush there, and then we could have picked him off for an easy kill, but no such luck. Now that the Lizard is back up again, I'm going to grab this. We could have put it on someone else on our team, but I asked if someone else wanted it, and no one did, so I figured I would just take it for myself then, and continue to keep getting experience from the jungle. And there, I actually get off a pretty nice smite. I think I hit that at just the right time, right around 800 or so on there. Okay, so let's see. One thing I would like to do is at least clear the indicator for the dragon so that we'll know when it's back up. You can see Vigar, I think, just running through over there. If we were, yeah, you can see in there Vigar uses his dark matter again. If he were to come out here and try to fight me one-on-one with all of our teammates around us, we probably could have fought him and beaten him, but he backed off pretty wisely. And now I'm just going to come down here and do a little bit more farming since there's not a whole lot going on the map at the moment. Probably should have used Warwick's W skill, his Hunter's Call, for a little bit extra attack speed there, just to push back that minion wave a little bit faster. And now the enemy team is pushing mid, pushing on our tower here. So we are going to go in and fight them next to the tower. Unfortunately, by the time we get there, they've already done a lot of damage to our tower, and Vygar gets off a nice Event Horizon for the stun. I'm coming in here. I want to ult either Twitch or Misfortune or Vygar, but there's just nobody for me to ult. They've all backed out of position, and by the time that I'm able to get in here, most of the people on our team have already gotten killed. So there's just not a whole lot I can do. And there's a nice Event Horizon from Vygar. So here, I'm going to jump on Garen and ult him. That'll allow me to leech back more life, and it will also allow me to kill him along with the tower. But unfortunately, Garen has a Guardian Angel. He built Guardian Angel first, which really normally isn't a good buy, but it did save his life there. Anyway, now Speaker's going to jump onto the fight. He's able to get Twitch immediately, and he's trying to get Vygar and Misfortune. You can see Speaker is correctly just ignoring Garen. And so he's able to get a kill on Vygar. And Seirun started a surrender vote on our team, which really wasn't a good idea because Speaker was in the middle of fighting, and that's kind of an annoying pop-up when you do that. So just a message to people watching the game. For one thing, I wouldn't suggest surrendering in this position anyway. Even though we're behind, we haven't lost a single inhibitor yet. So when you have all 3 inhibs up, you're still in the game, even if you're down a lot of champion kills. And it's just sort of bad form to start putting that pop-up on the screen when people are fighting. So anyway, Speaker was able to clean up 2 kills. He did get killed himself, but we were able to save our inhibitor. Somewhat surprisingly, you'd think that we would have lost our inhibitor there, but we were able to keep it up and keep it alive. So we're quite a ways behind, but we do still have a chance to win this game. There's always still Baron, and that gives us a chance, if nothing else. Anyway, here once again, I'm going to grab the Golem buff. There's really no one in our team that needs Golem buff. Like we don't really have an AP carry on this team, ability power champ that would really need it, and that's kind of a hole in our setup in terms of picking champions. So anyway, I'll take that Ward Baron, and then I'm going to come over here and see what's going on. I think we were hoping that we might be able to pick off Vygar. So like Speaker is going to use his Ghost Blade right there in order to chase. But Vygar is going to go into the brush and then get off a nice Event Horizon. So that's going to prevent us from pursuing and possibly getting a kill. So anyway, that would have been nice if we could have picked him off there. But unfortunately, we weren't able to do so. And here, let's see, we're going back and forth. We're still here in the middle lane. They picked up red buff on... Oh, Garen picked up red buff from killing me previously. And here, they're able to get in a stun on Kajtash, and they pick him off. And again, that's a misplay. I know that Vygar used his stun, but to get caught that easily is really a mistake. And now that means we're going to have to be fighting 5-on-4. Seirun also took a lot of harassment. You can see he's already lost about 1/3 of his life. So that when this next fight breaks out, that's going to put us behind too. So anyway, now the key targets here are we want to get Vygar, and we want to get Misfortune, we want to get Twitch. So I'm going to ult on Vygar, and that allows Speaker to jump on him and get the kill. Unfortunately, after that, Twitch and Misfortune both ult on top of me and kill me very quickly. So I think I picked the right target to ult, but we just were too far behind. Not enough champions up. We were fighting 5-on-4, and we just didn't have enough damage. Didn't have enough damage to overcome that fighting 5-on-4 situation. So anyway, I think that I picked the right target, but we were just too far behind in that fight. So we take 3 deaths for 1, which is obviously a poor exchange, and we lose our inhibitor in the middle lane. So not where we want to be. And then now with this minion wave pushing the top tower, there's nothing we can do to save that one, and so they're going to grab an extra kill, or extra tower there as well, which is unfortunate. I need more magic resistance. That's what's really hurting us. The magic damage from Vygar's abilities is what's really hurting us. So I'm going to purchase a Negatron cloak towards that. Excuse me. And now it looked like Misfortune was going to get our bottom lane tower, but Speaker actually used the Pantheon ult and jumped in behind her. Now he's going to ignite Misfortune. I wish that Speaker had actually said, I'm going to jump on Misfortune, because then I could have been over there supporting him. I actually had no clue he was going to do that, so instead, that's why I'm over here farming minions. But Speaker was able to get the kill, fortunately. So the play worked out, but our communication could have been a little bit better there. Speaker probably should have let us know he was going to do that, that's all. But like I said, it did work out. And here's Malphite. He's wandering around in our jungle, so I'm going to tell people to come after him, and he gets caught in the brush. I'm going to ult him to prevent him from getting away. Now we just need 1 or 2 more stuns. Speaker's going to jump on them, and now we're going to switch targeting off of, well, we're going to get Malphite, switch targeting off of him, take down Twitch, and you can see, even though Twitch does a lot of damage, he gets killed very, very easily. My blood scent has picked out Garen, so we're going to be able to go after him, and then Speaker gets a kill there. So we pick off 3 members of the enemy team, and we don't lose anyone on our team. So that's a pretty nice play, and hopefully we were hoping that would let us get back into the game. Unfortunately, though, because that inhibitor is down, our lanes have been pushed, and so instead of being able to counter push them, we have to go back and protect our base. We just don't have a choice here. We have to go back, protect the Nexus turrets, and we're not going to be able to take down towers on their side with no minions. Alright, stay tuned for part 3.